This
to
is
yes, ma'am.
Omkar. This is Omkar from 5th ISE.
Yes, ma'am.
You can start like that, no?
Hello, everyone. So myself Omkar from fifth Sem ISC. So today I'll be going to explain how to display all the leap years from year 1000 to n. So you will be and the n is the variable where you will be entering the year. So we'll be displaying all the leap years from 1000 to the year where you enter it.
Omkar,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
screen is not clearly visible. Okay, you have to increase the font size.
Ma'am,
Otherwise,
I'll ask
remove
Nagachandan.
something.
Yes, ma'am.
ಇನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಗೋ ಸ್ಲೋಲಿ.
Yes, ma'am.
ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಅನ್ಸಲ್ಲ. ನಿಧಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗು.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, even it may be a simple program, but you just explain it
Yes,
slowly.
yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So I'm going to start the program. So I'll be explaining it in three different ways. Firstly, I'll be explaining it in a normal simple programs where you won't use any functions or anything. Second time, I'll be explaining how we will use functions. Third time, I'll be explaining using functions with return type and as by passing the parameters. So this is the first program which is displayed on the screen. So the inbuilt function which I have used is studio.h. Since this is a simple program, you don't need any library functions. So I'll be starting with the main. Here no functions are used. So in the void main, we are using two variables. One is the year and another one is y. So first we'll be reading the year till where we should display the number of leap years in the given means from 1000 to n. So how many leap years are there? We'll be displaying that. So first we'll be reading which is the year till where we should display the leap years. So after that, I'll be printing the leap years are just to display the number of leap years. So then we are starting it from for loop. So in for loop, I have taken y from 1000 because if we started from one, so there will be so many number of leap years to display. So I am displaying it from the year 1000. Then y will be less than, or you can use equal to also. If you display that year also, whether it is to check whether that year is also leap year, you can use y is less than or equal to year and will be incrementing it one by one, y plus plus. So inside the for loop, we are checking each year whether it is a leap year or not. So to check whether each year is a leap year or not, there are two conditions. One, y mod 400 is equal to 0, or you can use y mod 4 is equal to 0 and y mod 100 not equal to 0. The condition should satisfy either of these two conditions. If any one of these condition is satisfied, then it is a leap year, or else it is not a leap year. So if this condition is true, then we are going to print the leap year. This is a simple logic where you are not using any function or anything. So now I will show you how the output comes. So here in an online C compiler, I have pasted the program. And when we compile the program, Nagachandan compile the program.
Nagachandan, you are there, no? Nagachandan.
Ma'am, it is showing like connecting to server, ma'am.
Huh. Okay. So yes, it is clearly not visible.
Yes,
Huh.
ma'am.
Okay.
Run ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವರ್
Ah.
ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
Okay.
Yeah, after compiling this program, so it will display all the leap years from the year 1000 till the year where you have entered it. For example, if you enter the year NS 2020, so it will display all the leap years from 1000 to 2020. Ma'am, I'll explain the other two ways of writing the program, then I'll compile it at the last, ma'am, due to server connection.
One second. Omkar,
Yes, ma'am.
second year students are also there, third
Yes,
semester
ma'am.
students. Okay. So ಅವರು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಸೆಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು ಬಟ್ ಅವಾಗ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದೋಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಫ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ನೋ. You
Yes,
just
ma'am.
tell about what is the difference between or and. So how many conditions are there in the if block? You just explain it once again because they are third semester students. They have not gone through that C language. It was so it was conducted through online, no, in the previous
Yes,
semester. So
yes, ma'am.
hmm.
I'll explain it again from the for loop, ma'am. So in for loop, we have initialized y to 1000. So for loop is where we'll be checking all the years whether it is a leap year or not, starting from 1000. So y is initialized to 1000, and we are checking it till the year where you have entered it. So y is less than 100. You can give it y is less than or equal to 100 also, but I've given just y is less than year, and incrementing it one by one, y plus plus. So this is how for loop works. It works from 1000 till the year which you have entered. For example, if you have entered the year as 2020, it starts from 1000 and it ends till 2020 and increments one by one. After opening the for loop, in the if condition, we use mod operator. Y mod 400 is equal to 0. When the year is divided by 400 and if it leaves no reminder, then it is a leap year. And we use or operators to check whether either of the condition is true or not. So it should either the first condition should be true or the second condition should be true. Then we use or operator.
Use
And
the mouse pointer. Use the mouse pointer. So highlight ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗು ಆ ಲೈನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರುವಾಗ.
yes. So I have explained how the or works. Either of the conditions should be true. Either the first condition should be true or the second condition should be true. So that is where we are using or operator. And when we use and operator, if we are giving two conditions, both the conditions should be satisfied. If both the condition is satisfied, then only it goes inside the if condition. Otherwise, it won't execute. So this is where what is the difference between or and and. In or operator, either of the conditions should be true, and in and operator, both the conditions should be true to execute. After this, we are going to print all the leap years inside the if condition. This is how or and operator works.
Nagachandan, you can execute the program using Turbo C compiler, no? Why online compiler for this?
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದು ಕಾಪಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಟರ್ಬೋ ಸಿ
ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ
ಅದು
ಇಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು.
ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ
3 days ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ
ಅಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಹಂಗಲ್ಲ. ಆಗ ಅದು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಇದು ಟರ್ಬೋ ಸಿಗ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಟ್ಯಾಬ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು.
ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ
ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ.
Third semester students, see this one. If Turbo C compiler we have not installed, means we can use the online compiler to execute the C programs in our laptop.
Omkar, input
input any year Nagachandan 2020 any year kodu. ಅದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಮಾಡು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಲೀಪ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕಾಣಿಸಂಗೆ.
So it is asking for enter the year. So Nagachandan is going to give the input. So he has given 2020 as the input. So from 2000 to 2020 it has displayed the years which are leap years. From 2000 to from 1000, yeah. According to the for loop condition, he has started from 1000 to input 2020 kodiyara. It is not completely visible, clearly visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
The second method is so using functions, how to write the program. I'll be explaining it. Nagachandan, display the second program.
So his same program using functions.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
So the advantages of using a function is, see, when you're writing a lengthy program, no, there will be multiple times where you have to use the same codes again and again. So if you use a function, no, it reduces to multiple times write the same code. To write the same code multiple times, it reduces the work. So by calling the function, the same code, you can write it once, and by calling the function, you can use that code. So it reduces. And the second advantages is, if you have any error in the program, it will be easily identified. We can easily identify the program, and it is easily readable when you use functions. So these are some advantages of using a functions. So here I have started the program by again not including any library functions, and here I have globally declared the variables. The advantages of globally declaring the variable is you can use it in any functions, like user defined functions, even in void main, etc. If you declare the variables inside a function, so the variable is limited only for that function. You cannot use it in any other functions. So I have declared the variables globally here. I have used two variables, int I and n. So here I have used the function leap year. Here, instead of using int, you can use void also, because I'm not returning any value in this function. So instead of int, you can use void also. And in this function, so above the same logic is repeated in this function. I am asking the value of n. Again, I'm going to display all the leap years from 1 to n. There is same logic. The for loop starts, I starts from 1000, and it is less than or equal to n, the enter which you give. The condition is same, but this condition is written inside the function void leap year. And in the main function void main, I have just called the function leap year. So when you call the function, what all the codes you are written inside the function will be executed. That is the difference between writing the program simply and writing the program using a function. So I will now execute this program. The output will be the same, but the method of writing the program is different. See, the output is same. It is displaying all the leap years from 1000 to 2020. 2002, sorry, 2000. So this is all the leap years. The output will be the same, but the way of writing the program is different. Now I will show you another method, another way of writing this program, where we are going to use, instead of void, we are going to use a return type int, and by passing a parameter. Nagachandan, show the other screen, the third program. So here, this is also using a function, but here I'm using a return type int and parameter int year. Nagachandan, please highlight the return type and the parameter.
Increase the font size also. So he is using the function, and function is returning the integer to the
And by
calling
passing the
function, and for function he is passing one parameter, integer argument.
yes, ma'am.
So it is not clearly visible. Increase the font size, Omkar and Nagachandan. Okay. Okay.
Here in this function, we are using a return type int because we are returning a value. Either we are returning 1 or 0. So we are using the return type int. and we are passing the argument int year. Okay, so inside this function, we are just checking whether that year is a leap year or not. The condition of if is same in all the three programs, and if the condition is true, we are just returning 1. But if the condition is false, we are returning 0. That's all is the main thing in this program. We are returning, if the condition is true, we are returning 1, or else we are returning 0. Now when we come to the main function, in the main function, I've used two variables, int I and n. Here I have declared it inside the function because it is not used in any other functions. So I have declared it inside the function. I have not used it globally. So again, we are asking the value of n, till which year you have to display all the leap years. So again, after reading the value of n, uh, when coming to the for loop, it is same. We are starting it from 1000 and we are checking it till the year which you have entered, incrementing it one by one, I plus plus. So inside the condition, here we are going to call the function. In the function, we checked whether it is a leap year or not. And inside the if condition, we are going to check if the leap year of I is equal to 1, means in the function, if the returned value is 1, then it is a leap year. If the returned value is 0, then it is not a leap year. Here we are calling the function leap year of I. In the I, we are passing the argument. And to check, and after checking, if the returned value is 1, then it is a leap year. And if it is a leap year, then we are going to print it. If the returned value is 0, condition is not true, condition is false. So we are, and it is not equal to 1. So we are not going to display any leap year. This is how it can be written in another way. Now I'll execute this. This also gives the same output, but in this we are showing how we can use the return type and passing the argument. How we can use a function by using return type and passing the argument.
So here leap year function is calling repeatedly. For every year, the leap year function is, we are calling the leap year function, no?
Yes, ma'am. So after compiling this program, the output will be the same, but a single program can be written in many other ways. This is what I wanted to show to you, all of you guys, how we can use functions by using return types, parameters, without using any of this. So I wanted to show you how we can write a program in different ways. There are many other ways where you can write the program without passing the arguments, without using the return type, or just by using the return type or no arguments, or without no arguments, just the return types. There are many different ways by using this, but I just showed you in 3 different ways. That's all. This is the output. That's all, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Omkar. I'll ask somebody from third ISE. Uh, third ISE is Divya. Divya?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in how many ways he has written the program to display the number of leap years?
3 ways.
Which are those? So, first ಯಾವ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಓಂಕಾರ? Simply by using main function. He is not using any user defined function. So in main function, by writing the program, so he has written, he has displayed the leap years from 1000 to n. Okay. So second method, Ali? Yes, Simran. Arushi. Arushi.
By function. Program written by using functions. And next is by using return.
Third method?
Return.
So function is returning integer value to, and at the same time for the function, the Omkar is passing the argument, one parameter. Okay, so every time he is going to pass the year, no, year as parameter to leap year function. Yes, Arushi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Simran?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is that void and int difference? In case of leap year function, he has declared one user defined function, no leap year anta ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So first time he is using void leap year, second time the Omkar is using int leap year, alva? Okay, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Yes, from 5th ISE ಹೇಳಿ ಅದು ಥರ್ಡ್ ಸೆಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸು. Diksha or Aishwarya Verma is there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ಯಾರಾದ್ರು first time function he has declared as void leap year and second time int leap year.
Void means it will return nothing. Int means it will return integer type.
Here what he is returning in int leap year function?
Here, ma'am.
Not here. So integer return ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So which integer he is returning? 1 0. He is returning 1 or 0. Why? According to the logic, he has displayed that program. It is visible on the screen. If some condition is true, he is returning 1. If condition is false, he is returning 0. Function is returning 0. Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Omkar. Next, who is going to explain? Gururaj?
Yes, ma'am.
Gururaj?
Naga, share the screen again.
Nagachandan?
ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ.
Naga, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಲೋಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ರೀಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡು ಒಂದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್. Okay, I can see. Okay, hello everyone, I am Gururaj. Today I will be explaining a few programs to you all. So the first program, it is very small and it is kind of the program where in few interviews you may be asked this question. So the question is how to print hello world without semicolon. So in C programming, whenever you want to print something, you use a semicolon at the end of printf. But how can we print that without using the semicolon? So here in what I'm doing in the first program is I'm putting that printf in a if one here. So I'm passing the printf as a condition inside if. You can see that I haven't used a semicolon. So what I'm doing is when you pass this printf as a condition inside if, it returns a number of characters which are consumed on the output screen. For example, in hello world there are 15 characters. So this 15 is a non-zero value, which means it is true. If the condition is true, it will enter the if block, and you can see that I haven't written anything inside the if block. So because of this, if the condition true, it will enter the if block. So as it is true, it will also print hello world in the output screen. So now we will execute this. What printf does is it returns the number of characters, which is a positive and non-zero, so it will print it outside. This is how we can print a hello world without using semicolon, and this is a very small and tricky question which can be asked in the interview. Yeah, you can see hello world is printed. So this is just a small program which I'm starting with. The main program which I'm going to start is how to print Armstrong numbers. So we'll say it. First, we have to know what is an Armstrong number. Okay, Armstrong number means it is the sum of cubes of individual digits is equal to the given number. For example, we will take 153. Okay, so 153 is a number and there are 3 digits in 153. So if you cube every digit, for example 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, so So what is 1 cube? 1 cube is 1, 5 cube is 125, and 3 cube is 27. And if you add this, you will get 153 again. So the number which we are making cubes of and adding it, it is the same number. So that is equals to 153. Now you can see he's typing it. Its total is 1 plus 125 plus 27, which is 153 again. So I think you get the concept what a Armstrong number is. So this is partially correct, and I will tell you how it is. What is the other partial definition of this Armstrong number? But first we'll go through the logic to how to write this program. Okay, so I will start it. First you can see it is include std.h. We will enter the main function. Here int n I have taken it to enter the n value. Here we are considering 153 as a n value. 153 is a Armstrong number, so that is why I am using this number so that you can understand this example. Okay, so we are using 153 as n. R is reminder. C is the cube. We are using sum to store the sum, and temperature is another. Temp is another variable. We will see why I'm using it. First, printf, enter the n value which we are taking here as 153. I have written a scanf for that, %d address of n, and now I am putting that 153 in a temp. I'm making a copy. We'll see why we are using it afterwards. Okay, now let's go to while n is greater than 0. 153 is greater than 0. So we'll come down here. Now inside while you can see that r equals to n mod 10. What is n value? 153 mod 10. What do we get the reminder as? We'll get the reminder as 3. So here, see, we are making cube of this reminder. We are actually doing n mod 10 so that we get the last digit of this 153. When you do 153 mod 10, you are getting 3. So now we are cubing it. 3 into 3 into 3, which is 27. And we are storing it in sum. You can also use shorthand operator here instead of writing sum 2 times. So now 27 we have stored it in what? Sum variable. Okay. Now what I'm doing is n by 10. Okay. 153 by 10. What we get? 15. Okay. Again, now we'll go back to while. 15 is greater than 0. Right. Again, we'll go inside. Then what we are doing? Again, we are doing 15 mod 10, where we'll get 5. Now what is 5 into 5 into 5? It is 125. And now we are again adding this to what? The sum. 125 plus already what is the value of sum which already contains 27? So that will be 152. Okay. Then again we will come down. We will do 15 by 10. This time we'll get 1. Again when you go back to while, 1 is greater than 0. So we'll go inside there. Now we'll do 1 mod 10. What you will get? You will get 1. Again, if you cube 1 and then we are adding it to sum. So what does is the sum's current value? It is already 152. And now if we add 1 to it, what it is? 153. Now if you come back again and you do 1 by 10, it is 0. Now when you go to while, it is not greater than 0. It is 0. So you will come outside the while. While is over now. Okay. Now we'll go back on the top. You see that I have stored the n value in temp. Okay. Because now we have changed this n value. When I was working with this while loop, I have changed the n value. So you can't compare the same number which you have taken input with this n because it's already changed. So that's why I stored it in another variable in temp. I will go back down there to the if condition. If you go down there, you can see I am comparing the what does temp contain? It contain 153. And what is our sum? It is also 153. If the sum matches the given number, then it is known as Armstrong number. Otherwise, it is not an Armstrong number. Now we will execute this program. Nagachandan. Okay, enter n value. So what we have taken? We have taken 153. We will enter 153. Okay, you can see that it shows it is an Armstrong number because we have entered 153 and the sum is 153. So it is an Armstrong number. We'll run the program again and we will give something different value this time. Input any 3-digit number, 111 or something. So you can see that it is not a Armstrong number. So I think you are clear with the concept of what is an Armstrong number. Okay. So it is the sum of cubes of all the individual digits. For example, there are 3 digits in 153. So if you cube them and add them, you should get the same number. So this is the, so you can ask question here that this is only for 3-digit number. Armstrong numbers are not only 3-digit, they can be any digits, like it can be a generalized Armstrong program also we should write. So that is why I told earlier that it is partial definition. So for example, we'll go to another program here where we will write about
Gururaj, go to that while loop. See the while loop condition he has taken. So once just zoom it and increase the font size.
Okay.
So I think hope all of you understood what is that Armstrong number. So you understood the logic. See this one while loop. So the while loop instructions are repeatedly as long as n is greater than 0. Okay. So inside the while loop, so in order to take the remainder, so he has started from the right side. From the right side, first digit we want. So modulus operator he has used the n mod 10. So this modulus operator it returns the remainder. The remainder is from the right side it is the first digit, least significant digit. Okay. So next line he is going to perform cube operation, that is so 153 3 into 3 into 3. First time he will get 3 as the remainder, 3 into 3 into 3. Store that 3 in the sum. Initially sum is 0, so sum is equal to 0 plus this is C, that is 3 into 3 into 327 will be there. Okay. So next time see here. Here first time he is using the modulus operator and here n is equal to n by 10. In order to get the quotient he is using division operator. So try to know the difference between modulus operator and the division operator. First time we want remainder, so mod. So second time we want quotient. So 153. 3 already we have used. So now we want 15. So 153 ಒಳಗೆ 3 ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಾಗಿದೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಇವಾಗ 15 ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ he is using division operator. So n 153 divided by 10 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ he will get the quotient. So once again he will checking whether that n is 153 is replaced by the new value 15 after the division. So 15 is greater than 0. Yes, condition is true. Once again we will go inside the while loop. Once again we will repeat the same instructions, execution of the same instruction. So once again we want remainder 5 into 5 into 5. So that is how much? 125 plus 27. So like that. So division remainder ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ mod, we want quotient means we have to go for that division operator, and while loop is repeated as long as n is greater than 0. So once we get all the individual digits 1 5 3 or 3 5 1 ಸಿಕ್ಕ ತಕ್ಷಣ n 0 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ finally. So once n become equal to 0, the while loop will be terminated. Okay. So at the same time, before entering into the while loop, so Gururaj has created the copy of that original number. So using the temp is equal to n ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ while loop ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದಾಗ so 153 ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ while loop ಇಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ. So that is why he has created the copy of that n. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಆರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ನಂಬರ್, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಪ್ಯಾಲಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ನಂಬರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವೆದರ್ ವಿ ಟೆಲ್ ನೋ ವೆದರ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವ್ ಪ್ಯಾಲಿಂಡ್ರೋಮ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್. ಸೊ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ನಂಬರ್, that is sum of cube of individual digits. Okay, Gururaj, you can continue now.
Okay, so please remember that logic. We'll see it again in this generalized form. So, okay, as I have explained it for 3-digit numbers, now we'll see. Can anyone tell me any Armstrong number between 1 to 100? I have told if it is an Armstrong number, the number of digits should be the power of, and it should be the same sum. Okay, I will tell you. If you think about
one second. Yes, anybody?
between 1 to 100,
1 to 100?
any
Just,
Armstrong number.
So you know the meaning of Armstrong number. ಇವಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ.
The sum should what?
370.
Between 100, 1 to 100.
See, 1 to 100. Yes, 370 it is above 300, no?
No, it is actually very simple. You have to think about it. Okay, I will tell. If you think about it, from 1 to 9, okay, those are 1-digit number. Okay, if you do 1 power 1, what is the answer? 1. If you do 9 power 1, what is the answer? Again 1. So 1 to digit, 1 to 9, these are all Armstrong numbers. Okay, so other, I don't think there are any 2-digit Armstrong numbers, but 1 to 9, okay, those are all Armstrong numbers. Now again, if we take another example, for example 1 2 3 4, how we are going to calculate the Armstrong number? We'll do 1 power 4 plus 2 power 4 plus 3 power 4 plus 4 power 4. This is what we are supposed to do, but this is 1 2 3 4. This is not an Armstrong number, and even if we take a 5-digit number, then it should be everything to the power 5. So that is why I am writing a program here which is generalized. Like any digit number you give, it should be there. You should give the answer. So we'll start here. You can see that I have added another library here, math.h. Okay, I will tell you afterwards why I used it for. Okay, we'll go to the main. Now go to main. You can see that I have also used a function here, which means like Omkar told in last one program can be written in different ways. So the first one was I did not use any functions, but here I have used functions. Okay, now if you see in main, you can see that I have declared a variable int num. Okay, first we are printing enter num, then scanf, we are inputting a number. Okay, go down. Okay, here you can see, for here also we'll take 153 for now. Okay, because you have already heard the explanation of it. I'm storing that 153 in n. I think that's clear, because as I have used in temp in the last program, I'm storing it here in n. Okay, then I have declared reminder and sum I have initialized to 0. And if you come down here, you can see int d, and I am calling a function there. Like last time he called leap year, I am calling a function named as digits, and I am passing a parameter which is num. Okay, 1 second. One second. As you can see here, okay, so I'm calling a function digits, right? And I'm passing a parameter which is num. We have just taken num. You saw the printf and scanf above this. Okay, see here, you have just taken num from the keyboard. Okay, you are asking him to input the value, and now I'm passing that value to the function. Okay, now we will go to the function. We'll see what the function does. We'll go to the function which is above here. Okay, you see here the function name is digits. Okay, and the parameter is num. That number 153 which you have taken from the keyboard, it is being sent to the function here. Now what we need to do here is, there we already knew the number of digits. Okay, it was 3. That is why we multiplied it 3 times, r into r into r. I did it with reminder. We were only writing that program for 3 digits, but here we are writing it for all the number of digits. So we have to calculate how many digits are there in the given number. Okay, so first I have taken a d for digits and I have initialized it to 0. Okay, so 153, see the while loop, 153 is not equals to 0. So it goes inside, d is incremented. Okay, d was 0, now it is 1. Again, I'm doing num equals num by 10. Okay, 153 by 10. Again, what did we get? Last, like in the last program we did, again we'll get 15. We'll go upside. 15 is not equals to 0. We'll go in. Digit was 1. Now it is 2. Again we will do it. 15 by 10. Again we will do it. Then again we will go to while. What it is? 1 is not equals to 0. And we'll come inside. Now again increment is there, d plus plus. Now it is 3. Okay. Now if you do again 1 by 10, it is 0. So the while loop here is terminated, right? And as Omkar was telling, there are return types, right? Here, see, at last I'm returning the value d to the main function, right? What is d? We got d as 3. 153 has 3 digits. Remember this, okay? Now we will go back to the main function there. Okay, here we went to the main function. Now we'll go to while, okay? Again while. See, here I have used n is not equals to 0, right? Here n is what? 153, okay? Just so that you don't confuse, I have used n here. I copied num to n, right? So 153 is not equals to 0. As in the last program we did, na 153 mod 10. And here one line I have written differently. You can see I have used power. R means reminder. We'll get, for example, 153 mod 10 is 3. We'll get R is 3. Power brackets 3 comma what was digit contains 3, so it is 3 comma 3. 3 comma 3 means power 3 comma 3 means it will give the cube of 3 cube, it will give 3 cube, so which is 27. And I am putting that sum into yes, right? Last, as we did in the last program, we put it in sum. Here I'm putting it in yes. Okay, we have used power, that is why we have used math.h on the top. Now again we'll come, okay, we'll go to top. See, I have used math.h. Why I'm using it? Because I have used power there, right? I was not doing this in the last program. I was just multiplying it, r into r into r. But here we don't know how many times we are multiplying it. Okay, that is why I used power. Okay, we'll go to the bottom again. Now it's okay. So here we are in the while loop. Naga, show while loop completely. Okay, so 153 mod 10, we are storing that 3 cube is 27. We are storing it in yes, okay? And again we are doing 153 by 10. What are we getting? Again we are getting 15. We are going 15 mod 10. Again we are doing, we will get 5. Again we will do what? 5 comma 3 inside this power. Again we will store that 125. We will add it to yes. 125 plus 27. What is it? It is like 152. Again we'll come now, again we'll do 15 by 10, again we'll get 1. The same it is going. And here this time you see, you will get, when r we'll get reminder 1, right? Then 1 cube power reminder is what? 1 comma 3, 1 cube. So this time what did you get? What is being saved in the yes variable? 152 plus 1, which is 153. Okay, now if you do n by 10, it is 0. So the while loop is terminated. Right, we got 153. Now if you come outside the while loop, you see here I have put a if condition where I'm comparing the given number with the sum which we have got. Okay, if num equals s, it is a Armstrong number, otherwise it is not Armstrong number. Okay, now we will execute this program. Now take it to compiler copy. Okay, now we'll run the program. Okay, enter number. Enter any 4-digit number. Okay, what did he enter? 7354. Okay, so you can see that 7354 is not an Armstrong number because 7 power 4 plus 3 power 4 plus 5 power 4 plus 4 power 4 is not an Armstrong number. Now, to explain this program, I have search which are Armstrong numbers. So I will give another input and we'll see. Enter 8208. 8208. Akshatna?
ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಕಂಪಲ್
Madia. Right now. 8208 is Armstrong number, you can see. Okay, so this is the generalized program to find out if it is an Armstrong number or not. So first I explained you with 3-digit number because it is very easy and commonly used to explain this program, which is 153. Now in this program, what you do, you first enter the number, and then you find out how many digits it is by going to the function digits. Okay, and then you send it to the main function, return it, and then you perform the same logic which I performed in the last program. Okay, so this is how we find out Armstrong number, generalized, any 5-digit number or 4-digit number, 3-digit number. Okay, right. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, anybody? How do you calculate the sum for 5-digit number to identify whether it is a number is Armstrong number or not? For 5-digit number, hey, calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ sum. Yes, Abhinandan? Abhinandan is on hold. Akash? So one 5-digit number is there. Okay, we have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-digit number. So I want to know whether it is Armstrong number or not. How to calculate the sum? Akash? Yes, Amrut? So yaru illa.
Exponent power 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-digit number ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Sum ಹೇಗೆ calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ to find out whether the number is Armstrong number or not?
1 power 5, 2 power 5, 3 power 5 ಆ ಥರ.
Plus, yeah, some 1 power 5 plus 2 power 5 plus. So 6-digit number bandre, for every digit we have to take power 6. Is that correct? So that is the generalized form logic for Armstrong number. 7-digit number idre, every digit we have to take the power 7. Is that correct, Gururaj? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See here, 2 while loops. Gururaj has taken 2 while loops. Why the first while loop is required? Just zoom it, increase the font size. So first while loop, that is inside the user-defined function called digit. First while loop, that is inside the function digit anta one function ತಗೊಂಡಿರಲ್ಲ in order to count the number of digits. So why this digit function is required according to the logic of that Armstrong? Yes, anybody? So I have to take the names. Bhumika? Bhumika?
Yes, ma'am.
ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇವರು digit ಅನ್ನೋ function ಅಲ್ಲಿ he has declared one user defined function called digit. So why?
Because we are writing this program generalized.
Okay, you just tell me why this digit function he has taken. Why this while loop is required? While num is not equal to 0 has taken like that. No, why that? ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಏನು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ಕ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಓವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಸೊ ವೈ ದಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಡ್, ವೈ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು. ಓಕೆ, ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಸ್ ಚೇತನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ISE. ಅವ್ರು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ವಾ ಗುರುರಾಜ್? So first he is using the function called digit. First he has to count the number of digits in the given number. Ekandre here ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 digit number ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, 4 digit number ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, 5 digit number ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲ. Okay, so we can give a number which contains any number of digits. Okay, so first I have to count how many digits are there in the given number. So that is why he has taken the digit function, user defined function called digit. So inside that function while loop is used in order to count the number of digits. So while loop is repeated as long as the number is not equal to 0. So continuously is performing the division operation, so that will give the quotient. So he is checking whether the quotient is 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, the d will be incremented in order to count the number of digits in the given number. So once a while loop terminate ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂಸರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ನಂಬರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. 5 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಸಿಕ್ಕರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ 5. ಸೊ 6 ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾದರೆ ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡಿಜಿಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಗಿವನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ 6. For every digit power of 6 plus sum we have to perform. So in the next while loop the same logic he has used. That is previous program ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು logic use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು so ಅದೇ logic use ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. This is the new logic which is used in this program. First we have to count the number of digits, then we can go for calculating the sum. Then from that sum we are going to check whether the number is Armstrong number or not. Sum is compared with the original number. So sum is equal to the original number which is taken from the keyboard. So that is Armstrong number. If the sum is not equal to the original number, then the number is not Armstrong number. That is the logic. Is that correct, Gururaj?
Yes.
ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಸಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇತ್ತಾ ನಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ?
Maybe. I think I don't remember.
You don't remember? You have finished your engineering. So you are
maybe
you are now working in company.
Ask second year students. Do you have this program in first year?
ಓಕೆ ದಿವ್ಯಾ ಇತ್ತಾ ಇದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ನಮಗೆ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
ಆಯ್ತು ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಫಿನಿಶ್ಡ್, Gururaj?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, so it was good explanation it was given by Omkar and Gururaj. It was really good. So Omkar program ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತು. The just displaying the leap year between 2000 and given year. So but he has explained the same program using 3 different types of methods. So without using the user defined function, and with using the user defined function, and by passing parameter to the user defined function, and the function return the value, integer value. Okay, and in case of leap year he has used 3 different conditions. Usually now label maduvaga we use only one condition, no? So we are going to divide the year by 4 using the mod operator. If the remainder is equal to 0, we say that the year is the leap year. Okay, but he has used 3 different conditions. Yavyadu? So dividing the number by 4 and dividing the number by 100, some 3 conditions he has used. So that is the different thing. Different logic was there in that program. Okay. So next Sonia ge helide nanu problems on average and so Sonia yavu ನೀವು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು? Sonia?
Some distance, speed and time ma'am.
Okay. So
ನಂದೊಂದಿದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Yes, yes, I forgot. Yes, Nagachandan. Sonia, you can do next after the Nagachandan, okay?
Okay ma'am.
Yes, Nagachandan.
5 questions ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದು.
Yes, I forgot that. You have prepared, no, for that?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, problems on what?
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು aptitude questions ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Okay. How many minutes you will take? 15 minutes or 20?
Yes ma'am, more. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಬಹಳ ಕಮ್ಮಿ.
Okay. Continue. Okay, students, another 15-20 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nagachandan. Today I am going to explain some of the aptitude questions The first question is, a bakery open with its daily support of 40 dozens rolls. Half of the rolls were sold by noon and 60% of the remaining rolls were sold between noon and closing time. How many dozen rolls were left unsold? See that dozen, how many dozen they are asking and how many left at night. The solution, first we have to convert the dozen 40 dozens to the how many rolls. 40 dozen means 40 into 12 is equal to 480 rolls. Then the half of the rolls were sold by noon, that is 480 by 2 equals 240 is the remaining rolls, and the 60% of the remaining rolls were sold before the closing time. That means 60% means we have to convert to numeric number 60 by 100 into remaining rolls means 240. 240 into 60 by 100 gives 144. 144 are the remaining rolls, but they are asking the question how many dozens, not rolls. So we have to convert these 144 rolls to dozens. The remaining is there are first 240 remainings and 140 were sold out. So the remaining is 96 rolls. When we convert to the dozens, it gives 8 dozens. So the answer is 8. Clear?
See the problem. It is really very simple problem and interesting. So some bakery item, no eatable item rolls anta andre 40 dozens idiyante. So 40 dozens are there. See the words they have given. Half of the rolls were sold by noon. So first he has converted he has taken the 40 dozens he has converted into number of rolls. So 40 into 12, 480 rolls are there totally. Okay. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ half of the rolls were sold by noon. So half under 480 number of rolls, total number of rolls divided by 2 he is doing that calculation, 240 remaining rolls. And so next they are telling that 60% of remaining rolls were sold between noon. So 60% ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. They have not given that how many number of rolls or how many dozens of rolls, not like that. So 60%. So that is why remaining is 240. So 60% he is taking. So 144 were sold. See here 60 divided by 100. 60% ತಗೋಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? So that is why 60 divided by 100 into 240, 144 rolls were sold out. So lastly at the end how many rolls, how many dozens of rolls? Here also dozens ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಜನ್ ಉಳಿತು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. So 240 minus 144 sold, 96 rolls are there. So we have to give the answer in dozens. So 96 divided by 12, 8 dozens are remaining unsold at the end of the day. So very simple but interesting. Yes, Nagachandan.
The next question is, there is a alloy that is making of two metals. The first metal A is of 5 kg and the second metal B is of 20 kg. We make an alloy by mixing that metals. They are asking that the percentage of metal A in the alloy. First we have to calculate the total weight of the alloy. 20 plus 5, that is 25 kg. Then to calculate the percentage, we know the formula. The separate weight of the metal A by total weight into 100. As we like to calculate the marks, the answer is simple: 5 by 25 into 100, 20%. So that metal A is having 20% in the alloy. That's
okay. So next conversion is not required. The answer they are required in percentage of metal A. So 20%. Okay. So it is simple. Okay. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Next.
There are the 30% of the apples out of 480 are rotten. How many apples are in good condition is the question. First, we have to think that if 30% apples are rotten, then 70% are good. Then 70% of the apples are good means 70% means 70 by 100 into total apples are 480. 70 by 100 into 480 gives 315 are in good condition. That's it.
Okay.
There is a company which pays rent of 25,000 per month for office space. If he pays the annual rent at once, he can have the discount. Then you have to first calculate for year. For year it gives. Yes, ma'am.
ಇನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ವಾಯ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇದೆ.
If per month there is a rent of 25,000, means for year it gives for it will be a 3 lakhs. Then they give the 5% discount on total rent. 5% discount on total rent. The total rent for annual is 3 lakh. 5 by 100 into 3 lakh gives 15,000. Then the discount is 15,000 for 3 lakh. Then we have to subtract the discount on total amount. This gives 2,85,000. That's it. Next last question is this is the error percentage calculation question. An interval of 3 hours and 40 minutes is wrongly estimated as 3 hours 45.5 minutes. They have asked error percentage, not error. For error percentage, there is a formula: actual value minus estimated value divided by actual value into 100. First we have to convert the hour and minutes to total minutes. 3 hours 40 minutes gives 220 minutes, and 3 hours 45.5 minutes gives 225.5 minutes. Then substitute the formula and it gives 2.5% is the error percentage. First time.
Say this one, how he has converted the minutes into hours. So hours into minutes. 3 hours 40 minutes is there, no? So how he has converted into 220 minutes? It is simple. Gottide nimge ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. Yes. Is anybody? Gagan, third ISE. Gagan, unmute yourself. Gagan is not there. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ. ಗಗನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್ ಗೌತಮಿ?
Yes,
ಗೌತಮಿ. So see this one, 3 hours 40 minutes na minutes ಗೆ convert ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And see, please all of you just note down this formula. So ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Just see this formula. So actual value minus estimated value divided by actual value into 100, because error percentage, in percentage we have to tell the error. Okay, bari error ಹೇಳೋದಲ್ಲ, percentage ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು error. Okay, Gautami, say this one, 3 hours 40 minutes, how has converted into minutes? Minutes ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
No. 1 hour contains 60 minutes. So that 3 hours contains 180 minutes. And to that we add another 40 minutes. So total becomes
So he has added.
20 minutes.
Okay. So some other student how has taken, see 45.5 adan hege add ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ? Directly the same thing, 3 hours into 60 minutes plus 45.5. Okay, the remaining thing is simple. So into 100 ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ he has to tell the we have to give the answer in error percentage. Okay. Nagachandan, finished?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Nagachandan, thank you. So next Sonia is there. Shall we continue in the next class? Next Friday is a placement activity. Okay. So on that day, Sonia will do the problems on. Hello. Mute yourself, all of you. So ಈಗ ಸೋನಿಯಾದು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಬರೀ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಬೋರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓಂಕಾರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಗುರುರಾಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ನಾಗಚಂದನ್, ಓಂಕಾರ್, ಗುರುರಾಜ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಯಾರದು? ಅಭಿನಂದನ್, ಯು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ದ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ. ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ, ಆರುಷಿ, ಭೂಮಿಕಾ, ಆರುಷಿದಾಗಿದೆ. ಭೂಮಿಕಾ, ಚಂದ್ರಿಕಾ, ಚೇತನ್, ದೀಕ್ಷಾ ಬೇಡ. One second. ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೇಮ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾರಿಗಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾಗಚಂದನ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಓಂಕಾರ ಆಯ್ತು. ಪವನ್ 5th ISC ನೋ 3rd ISC ನೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋದು? ಪವನ್ from 5th or 3rd?
Yes, ma'am.
5th or 3rd? ಪವನ್ 5th or 3rd ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
5th system, ma'am.
ಓಕೆ 5th ಸೆಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫ್ರೈಡೇ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? You just explain that. Okay,
Yes,
I'll give 3 programs. Okay, so Friday, Sonia, Pavan. I want one more student. Divya, you have not explained, no? Divya, 3rd
Yes,
semester? Okay, so you can explain on Friday. And one more
Okay.
student. Okay. Okay. So I'll wind up the class now. So you can leave. I'm just saving the record now. So you can leave the meeting now. So Friday placement activity will be there at 2 to 3.